This Sauvage from Dior, the EDT. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but maybe you're, with me in my camp. This is super screechy. It's a little gnarly. Well, Mr. Desmarchais and Christian Dior just released number 4 in the line of Sauvage. It seems like a lot. It's probably a lot. This one is called Sauvage Elixir. I managed to get a sample from Nordy's. I wore it all day at work today. I'm pretty surprised at how this turned out. If you want to hear about it, stick around. Hey, what's cracking YouTube? I'm Brandon. Welcome to DaVincis Alchemyst, your blue-collar guide for drinking well, stinking pretty. So I'm filming this right now. It's a couple of days before the release of Sauvage Elixir from Christian Dior. They're releasing it on the 20th of August, at least to retail stores here in Portland. And I was lucky enough over the weekend to snag myself a sample from the folks at Nordstrom. And I thought that I'd put my nose on it, see what my thoughts were, because honestly, I was a little bit interested. I was kind of intrigued, honestly, by the video that Dior put out with Johnny Depp.
What are the secret ingredients to this thing?
There is no secret ingredients. What is secret is the recipe.
Okay, what's the recipe?
I will tell you after.
Always beware of the guy that says, I'll tell you after.
That's a little excerpt from that. So the thing about Sauvage, I have never really been that into it. So I have the EDT because my girlfriend bought me a bottle of this. She likes it. So I will humor her occasionally and wear it. But me personally, there's something about the screechiness of it. It's screechy, it's gnarly, it's itchy. That's the best way I can describe it, as itchy. Super loud, pretty bloody obnoxious. I feel like they really did a lot better with it and its capabilities as they moved down the line of flankers. EDP was okay. Parfum, actually, I kind of dig the Parfum. So I just wanted to try out the Elixir to see if they took it one step further. So I wore it all day to work today. This is like basically a first impressions. If you're kind of curious about it and you want to hear about it, then here we go. Out of the gate, I got to tell you that this is not what I expected. This has not a whole hell of a lot of the original Dior Sauvage DNA. It has a little bit of it, but it's mostly in the background. So when I first put this on, I put a little bit on a tester strip. On the tester strip, that kind of bummed me out because it had this kind of vaporous, almost solvent blast when you first spray it. It died down, of course, after a little bit. But when I put it on my skin, instantaneously, there was no vaporous solvent smell whatsoever, but what I did get was this really wonderful, surprising, soft, wavy hit of beautiful lavender. I was not expecting that. It's very floral in the way that like fresh lavender fields smell. It only has that slightly little bit of soapiness that lavender fragrances can get. But man, I was just really taken aback at how much really beautiful lavender smell that you get out of the Elixir. It then continues on to surprise me even more. And I don't know if this is for everybody or if it's just on my skin, but for me, it has this intense spice. We're talking, I get like a cinnamon, clove or allspice sort of a kick. I'm not 100% certain of what the notes are because I haven't read the note breakdown yet. But again, like I said, for whatever reason on my skin, it has this great spiciness mixed with that lavender. Now, you know how the original Sauvage has that sweet, that kind of, with the screechiness, it really malty sweetness to it. There is sweetness in the Elixir, but it's so in the background. Like I said, that original Sauvage DNA is present, but it's so toned down. It's so muted and it's so in the background that it's like, for me, that is where it should have been from the get-go. I'm not knocking Francois Desmarchais' work at all. I'm just giving my opinion here. I felt like if this Elixir would have been released as the original Sauvage, I would have jumped on that hype train in a heartbeat. So throughout the day, as the wear happened, I got great wafts. I'm sure you're not surprised by this, but being on a construction site today, I got absolutely zero compliments. Stupid construction workers. No shame in the game, though. I don't really give a damn. The thing, though, is, like I said, I mean, I couldn't tell you what performance is 100% like. Again, this is like a first impressions. This is just literally the smell, the scent that I'm getting. And that woodiness, that slight sweet, that little bit of like ambroxan fuzziness, so muted down, but such a like a building block where I felt like it should have been with the original Sauvage. That carried on throughout the day. The spiciness kept rolling. The lavender it was actually present for a very good deal of time. So I mean, for me, honestly, lavender, spices, little bit of probably a slight citrusness, but little sweetness, woodiness, muskiness. Honestly, I really like it. I really want a bottle of Elixir. I flat out, you know, there it is. That's my dirty little greasy. I said greasy. It's my dirty little guilty secret. As I've talked often about how the original Sauvage is just too much for my schnoz to deal with, but the Elixir, I like it a lot, and I definitely want a bottle. Probably wait till the major hype of its release kind of dies down a little bit, and then we'll see. Probably not going to buy it this year, but maybe it's on the radar, I guess is what I'm getting at. So again, as a recap, if you don't like the original EDT because you think it's too screechy like me, I highly suggest that you go down after the 20th, go down to a place, or even try to get a sample. I know that myfragrancesamples.com, they are now doing decants. Check it out. If you don't like the original Sauvage that much, try the Elixir just for shits and grins. Give it a test. Give it a check. I don't feel like you're going to be disappointed. Well, you know what? Maybe you will be. I don't really know you that well, I guess, right? Right? Yeah. Point being, beautiful lavender, little citrus, woody sweetness, but this great spice to it. Wonderfully well-rounded. Definitely much more polished than the original. And it takes a huge leap away from even the parfum of the Sauvage, in my opinion. For me, thumbs up, aces on Sauvage Elixir. Thanks, guys, for sticking around to the end of the video. Generic YouTube stuff. So do yourself a favor, go check it out on the 20th. Have a great weekend with that sample. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves and each other. Keep calm, stay pretty, and I'll see you next time.